Hello friends, today we shall discuss potential at a point due to a system of charges. In a previous class we have obtained an expression for potential at a point due to a charge, and potential at a point due to a charge is given by phi equal to kq upon r. Here K is Coulomb's constant, Q is magnitude of charge, and R is distance of the charge from the point. Or it can also be written as 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught into Q upon R. Q upon R. And if a system consists of two or more than two charges, then potential at a point due to a number of charges is equal to the sum of potentials due to individual charges. Consider a system of charges consisting of Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4, so on up to n charges, that is Qn, and are placed at distances R1, R2, R3, R4, so on up to Rn. Then Phi1 is the potential at P due to charge Q1, Phi2 is the potential at P due to charge Q2, so on. Phi with the charge, Phi with the potential at P due to Qn charge. Thus, net potential at a point due to a number of charges or a system of charges is Phi equal to Phi1 plus Phi2 plus Phi3 plus so on up to Phi. But we know that Phi equal to Kq upon R. Therefore, Phi1 is equal to K Q1 upon R1 plus Phi2 equal to K is constant, K into Q2 upon R2, Phi3 equal to K into Q3 upon R3, so on. Phi is equal to K Qn upon Rn. Thus, Phi equal to K Q1 by R1 plus K Q2 by R2 plus so on up to plus K Qn upon Rn. Here K is constant, common, therefore taken outside. K in the bracket Q1 by R1 plus Q2 by R2 plus so on up to plus Qn upon Rn. Here K is Coulomb's constant and it is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught, and the ratios Q1 by R1 plus Q2 by R2 plus Q3 by R3 plus so on up to Qn by Rn can be written as it is the summation of Qi upon Ri, where I represents ith charge. If we consider only two charges, if a system consists of two charges, then Phi equal to Phi1 plus Phi2. If it consists of three charges, that is Phi1 plus Phi2 plus Phi3. Here I represents ith charge and Ri represents ith distance of ith charge, that is Ri, and I is ith charge. Therefore, total potential at a point due to a system of charges, n charges, is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught to summation of Qi upon Ri, where I equal to 1 to I equal to n for n charges. Clear? That means net potential at a point due to a system of charges is equal to the sum of individual potentials due to the charges at a point. And clear? And if we have a surface of continuous charge, that means consider a conductor of length L, and if charge is continuously distributed on this surface, then it is very difficult to specify the position of each and every charge. In such cases, we consider the property of charge density. For linear conductor, linear charge density is given by lambda equal to Q upon L. That is, charge per unit length is called linear charge density, and we have studied in previous chapter. And surface charge density is lambda equal to Q upon A. For spherical surface, surface area equal to 4 pi r square. And for volume charge density, it is denoted by rho, rho equal to Q upon delta V or V. That is charge per unit volume. Charge per unit volume is called volume charge density. And using these relations for continuous charge, here charge Q is equal to lambda L for linear charge density, and for surface charge density Q is equal to lambda into A, and for volume charge density, charge Q equal to density of charge into volume. Using these relations, we can obtain potential at a point due to continuous charge distribution as phi equal to K Q upon R, where Q equal to, for volume charge density, Q equal to rho phi upon R. Here R is the distance of the point from the charge, and in this case we divide this length into small elements of delta L, and then we can find potential at any point from this conductor. This is length L, and we know the distance of this point. Then potential at P due to this small element plus potential due to this element, therefore length goes on increases. Therefore, summing all the potentials due to smaller elements, we get potential at point P due to continuous charge distribution. And now we shall solve some problems on potential due to system of charges. 1. Two charges (5 into 10 raised to minus 8 coulomb and minus 3 into 10 raised to minus 8 coulomb are located at 16 centimeter apart. Let Q1 equal to 5 into 10 raised to minus 8 and Q2 equal to minus 3 into 10 raised to minus 8 coulomb. They are at a distance of 16 centimeter. Then find the point or points at which potential due to both the charges is equal, or find the point at which potential is equal to 0. Here Q1 is equal to 5 into 10 raised to minus 8 coulomb, and Q2 equal to minus 3 into 10 to the power minus 8 coulomb. The distance between them be d. D is the distance between two charges, and d equal to 16 centimeter. Convert it in meter, and it is equivalent to 0.16 meter divided by 100. Let P be a point at a distance r from Q1. Let this is charge Q1, and magnitude of charge is 5 into 10 to the power minus 8 coulomb, and the distance between this charge Q1 and P is R. R be the distance of the point at which potential is 0. We have considered this point at which potential is 0. Then, according to the potential due to a system of charges, there are two charges, and potential at a point P due to two charges is equal to sum of potentials due to individual charges. P equal to, that is potential P1 with the potential at P due to Q1, and P2 with the potential at P due to Q2 charge. Clear? And we know that potential at a point due to a charge is kq upon r. Therefore, this is equal to P1 equal to k. Here Q is Q1 upon R1, where R1 is the distance of the point from charge Q1, plus P2 equal to potential at P due to charge Q2, and is given by K Q2 upon, what is the distance of the point P from Q2? This total distance is D minus R is equal to distance between P and Q2. Therefore, here R equal to D minus R, that is equal to distance between P and Q2. And for potential at point P to be 0, for P equal to 0, that means potential at point P is equal to 0. You can write it as, if P equal to 0, then 0 equal to k q1 upon r1 plus k q2 upon d minus, this is not r1, r, because r is taken as the distance of the point, plus k q2 upon d minus r. It can be written as, for P equal to 0, k q1 upon r is equal to minus, on this side, minus k q2 upon d minus r. D minus r. Here k and k get cancelled. K and k get cancelled. Remaining q1 upon r. But q1 is given. q1 equal to 5 into 10 raised to minus 8. upon R, it is unknown, is equal to minus K is cancelled and Q2 equal to minus 3 into 10 raised to minus 8 upon distance is D minus R. Here 10 raised to minus 8, 10 raised to minus 8 get cancelled. Then cross multiplying 5 into D, but D is given, D equal to 16 centimeter, the distance between two charges, that is equal to 0.16 meter. 10 raised to minus 8, 10 raised to minus 8 get cancelled. 5 into 0.16 equal to 0.8 or 80 minus 5 into R, 5 R. Here minus into minus plus, plus 3, 3 into R, 3 R, that is equal to 3 R. Or 0.80 is equal to, it is minus, on that side becomes plus, that is 3R plus 5R is equal to 8R. And this implies R equal to 0.80 upon 8 is equal to 0.1 meter. 0.1 meter, that is equal to 10 centimeter. The total distance between Q1 and Q2 is 16 centimeter. At a distance of 10 centimeter, potential due to Q1 is equal to potential due to Q2. Potential due to Q2. Hence, net potential at P is equal to 0. Is equal to 0. And if the potential due to these two charges is 0 at infinity, 0 at infinity, then the potential will be 0 at some other point, that is, let P dash be the other point at which potential due to these two charges is equal to 0. And this condition is satisfied if potential at infinity is equal to 0. And we have considered here potential at infinity equal to 0. And this point P is at a distance of x. X be the distance of the point outside the system. Outside the system, then total potential at P dash is equal to sum of potential due to Q1 at P dash and potential at P dash due to charge Q2. Therefore, for potential is 0. Potential is 0 at infinity. At infinity, P dash be another point at which potential due to Q1 and Q2 is equal to 0. Will be 0. Then total potential, phi with the total potential or phi dash with the total potential at P dash due to Q1 and Q2. Therefore, phi dash is equal to phi1 plus Phi2. Here Phi1 is the potential at P dash due to Q1, and potential is given by Phi dash is equal to K Q1 upon distance of the point from Q1 is x. We have assumed x be the distance of the point from Q1, that is x plus potential at P dash due to Q2, that is K into Q2 upon distance of the point P dash from Q2. Up to here distance is D, and D equal to 16 centimeter, and from Q1 to P dash it is x. This x minus D, we get distance of P dash from Q2, and that is equal to x minus D. That is the distance between Q2 and P dash. For Phi dash is equal to 0. For potential at P dash is equal to 0, then Phi dash equal to 0. Therefore, this equation can be written as K Q1 upon x plus K, if Phi dash equal to 0, K Q1 upon x is equal to minus K Q2 upon x minus D. Here K get cancelled, remaining Q1 upon x, but Q1 equal to 5 into 10 to the power minus 8 upon x is equal to minus Q2. Q2 is again minus 3 into 10 to the power minus 8 coulomb upon x minus D. X minus D. D is given, that is equal to 0.16 meter. Here 10 raised to minus 8, 10 raised to minus 8 get cancelled. Now cross multiplying 5 into x, 5x, 5 into minus 0.16 is minus 0.8 or 80, 0.8. That is equal to, here minus into minus plus 3 into x, 3x. Now 5x minus 3x is equal to 2x is equal to minus 0.8 on this side becomes 0.8. Therefore, x equal to 0.8 divided by 2, that is equal to 0.4 meter, or that is equal to 40 centimeter. Hence, potential at a point outside the system is 0 at 40 centimeter from Q1, or potential at a and this condition is satisfied only if potential at infinity is equal to 0, and potential due to Q1 and Q2 is 0 at a point P, then R equal to 10 centimeter. That means potential may be 0 at 10 centimeter from Q1 or 40 centimeter from Q1 if potential at infinity is equal to 0. Clear? And another one problem we shall solve. Consider a regular hexagon of side 10 centimeter, having charge of 5 microcoulomb at each vertices of hexagon. Having 6 sides and each side is equal to 10 centimeter. Let A, B, C, D, E and F are the vertices of this hexagon, and each side, that is AB equal to BC equal to CD equal to ED equal to EF equal to AE equal to 10 centimeter. And for a regular hexagon, the distance of the center from each vertex is the same. That is OB, the center of hexagon, then OB equal to OC is equal to OD is equal to OE is equal to OF is equal to OA. For a regular hexagon, the distance of the center of hexagon from each vertex is the same, and given that Q is the charge and Q equal to 5 microcoulomb charge is placed at each vertex. Here also 5 microcoulomb, 5 microcoulomb charges are placed at each vertex, and each side of hexagon is 10 centimeter. Let R is equal to 10 centimeter, and that is equal to 0.1 meter, and the distance between the center and each vertex is the same, and that is also equal to 10 centimeter for a regular hexagon, and that is equal to 0.1 meter. Now, what is the potential at the center of a regular hexagon? Therefore, potential at the center of a regular hexagon, if all sides are equal. Regular hexagon is, for a hexagon, it is phi equal to phi1 plus phi2 plus phi3 plus phi4 plus phi5 plus phi6. Total potential at the center of hexagon is equal to sum of potentials due to the charges placed at each vertex. But here the distance between center of hexagon and each vertex is same. Therefore this phi is equal to 6 times phi1. This phi1 equal to phi2 equal to phi3 equal to phi4, phi5, phi6. Summing all this, we get phi equal to. But the charges at each vertex is same, distance of the point is also same. Therefore, total potential at O due to equal charges at each vertex is equal to 6 times potential due to a charge, due to a charge, and that is equal to 6 into, here V1 is nothing but kq upon r, that is 6 kq upon r. Here r is distance of the center from the charge, that is equal to 6 into k is 4 pi epsilon naught, or k equal to 9 into 10 raised to 9. Uh, 6 into 9 into 10 raised to 9 into magnitude of charge is 5 microcoulomb, that is 5 into 10 raised to minus 6 upon distance of the center from each vertex is 10 centimeter, that is equal to 0.1 meter, and that is equal to V equal to 6 into 9 into 5 is 5 divided by 0.1 is equal to 2700 into 10 to the power 9 minus 6, that is 10 to the power plus 3 volt, or 2.7 into, this can be written as 2.7 into 10 raised to plus 3, and 10 raised to plus 3 into 10 raised to plus 3 equal to 10 raised to 6 volt. Clear? And it is only possible for regular even sides. For example, for square also the potential can be calculated as 4 times V1. Okay? Thank you.